We met the party last as they found each other in the famed Yawning Portal Tavern, with each their own reasons of being there. After a round of drinks, they noticed a small group of two-robe younger adults and an old withered man escorting the two to the lift and lowered them into the deadly Undermountain. After a small blessing, the two, nervous but prepared, were lowered into the darkness. We watched as our new friends asked the older gentleman what the two were doing down in the depths, and the man had simply said they were searching for a Siamet Thim, a lost star pupil of the Sun Soul Order, who had first delved into Undermountain to find his light in the darkness. The man finally offered to sponsor the party to make their first delve into Undermountain. As long as they look for Siamet Thim in their travels. After a long, awkward journey down the rope pulley of the Yawning Portal, they were greeted with the riddled warnings of a pillared forest and what may lie ahead. After dismissing an illusory door, the party had squeezed their way through a cold, wet passageway that led into a flooded grotto that seemed to be the final resting place for the two young students that were lowered previously into the depths. We were there as Jean Petite, duelist extraordinaire, dispatched a psychic gray ooze. The party then backtracked to find their way to a room with a labyrinth of columns. While still full of confidence from the fight before, Jean Petite stepped into the center of the room, coaxing any danger that may reside in the darkness. I'm gonna need you to all roll initiative for me as we start today's adventure. Welcome to Ruins of the Mad Mage.
I'm still on the waiting on GM screen.
How awkward. All right, hold on. I did everything else in production except that. Give me 1 second as I get rid of that music and swap over to that. Okay. You're still waiting on GM's screen. I can do this. We're playing this in Tailspire as well for those who are joining us. And I think that did it. Are we
Negative. Wait, there
Something's happening.
For adventure to begin.
There we go. Wonderful.
Perfect.
Okay, and everybody is players. Sweet. Okay, so let's go ahead and start around with initiatives.
Okay. Our cameras are locked, though, GM.
Oh, thank you. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, rolling initiative.
Yes.
All right.
So coming at you out of the darkness is big, hairy, looks like part gorilla, part goblin, as this thing, large, hairy arms, giant hands and arms, as well as it comes around, looks like it's wielding these heavy weapons as it growls at you.
Okay, and this should be very good for me.
It should be. Yeah, you're right in the center there. I need to get my dice. What am I doing? Oh no, I don't. I have a thing for that. Sweet. Okay. Let me actually get to where we are. All right. So we did a lot of production prep, but not a lot of game prep. Okay, chat. So give me a second.
I roll my dice.
Do it.
I rolled 14.
14.
Initiative.
Thank you.
I rolled 17.
18.
And I broke my pencil. The worst.
Get fucked.
Fuck. Okay. What was yours, Raven?
18 good set.
What team?
18.
18. Thank you.
You got an 18.
I say.
And Jean Petite?
18.
I've got Raven, Steel, Meyer, and Jean. All right, let me. This is this button.
Where's John?
Jean should be in the center.
I am right in the middle there. Yeah.
you,
Oh, I see you now.
yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, Jean's kicked this whole thing off.
Totally on purpose.
Totally on purpose.
Can we get a lantern in the middle of the room?
Nope. Unless you'd like a lantern. Unless you'd like to light
'Cause
one.
I have dark vision and I can't see.
You can't see anything at all? I've got 4
It's just
lanterns
super,
in there.
it's just dark. I guess I can. It's just the middle of the room I can't see. That's fine then.
Turn your gamma up. No, I don't know. We'll get you something. Well, this is wonderful because they get to go first.
Oh, they
Actually,
rolled high.
They rolled high. They rolled high. Now, what can I do? Give me 1 second. Let me get a good camera angle of what's happening. This isn't working. There we go. Okay. Okay, so not sure if how much you could see, but that's just gonna be what we have for now. Let's see. What can I do? Great. So, I think what's gonna happen is very simple. This creature is going to move forward to here. He's going to go ahead and hit you. Or at least try to. Jean. With a Morning Star. It raises his Morning Star above his head and goes to attack. And I'm assuming a 5 misses.
Yes, a 5 does miss.
Okay, wonderful. Does he have multi-attack? He doesn't. Good
Okay.
thing, because that would have been bad. All right, so this next one is also going to do the same thing. If I can reach him. Oh, I rolled a GM die. 20.
Okay, and 20 will hit.
20 hits. Okay, so this
So you can have the first guy kind of does a swing at me, and Jean will kind of step to the side
Yeah.
and kind of be like,
Yeah.
and totally distracted by that, trying to show off for the others as the other fellow comes up behind him.
and he goes ahead and he's
Oh,
gonna
no.
he's gonna swipe you for 2d8 plus 2, and then with another 2d6. So that is 9 plus, because of their surprise round, because these creatures have a little worse roll, for 12 total damage.
Oh boy.
As it comes down and strikes you with its Morning Star over your head for 12 damage as it strikes from above. It is now Raven's turn, next in the order, and then Steel, you will be right after Raven.
All right, I will rage, and as I
Okay.
move forward, I get next to. I'm assuming that's next to Grenig.
Yes, and you have. I'm going to do this and give you a light because you can see.
Perfect. So I'm going to attack the one on my left
Okay.
with my finesse weapon. As I'm raging, I'm also going to send my spirits on the one in front of me.
Okay.
Or the one to my right, rather. The spirits will go to the one on the right. I will attack the one on the left.
Got it. Gonna grab another shot here. Okay. Go ahead and start. What does the spirit thing do? Astral spirit zone thing? I could probably actually look it up on your sheet.
While raging, the first creature you hit with an attack on your turn has disadvantage on any attack. Oh, okay. So it has disadvantage on attack on any other creature than you.
Nice.
Okay, so I thought I could place where it goes, but that's fine.
Okay. Good to know.
So it'll be on if that hits. I don't know if it.
What did you roll?
A 9 plus. I think it was like a 13 total.
Does not hit. What are you attacking with?
My rapier.
Yeah, so with your rapier out, you go to strike, and it actually the tip of the rapier bends off of the studded, toughened or hardened leather, and maybe even slides off. You do get it tangled in the fur, but it doesn't do a. It is not a. You are not able to. Not able to find purchase. Do you have another attacks or anything else you can do?
No, that's it for now.
Okay. All right. Next on the order is Steel.
Okay, so I am going to attack the thing on the left of Raven with Infestation.
Ooh, okay. And what does that do?
Infestation will cause a cloud of mites, fleas, and other parasites to appear momentarily on one of the creatures I see within range. The target must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 damage and move 5 feet in a random direction. If it can move, and its speed is at least 5 feet. Roll a d4 for the direction. This movement doesn't provoke opportunity attack, and its direction roll is blocked. The target doesn't move.
Okay.
That's what it does.
I rolled a 17 for a Constitution. What is your spell DC? It should be on your character sheet under spells, maybe? Because I would have to roll above that. I could actually probably open up your character sheet.
Spell DC is 14.
14. Okay, so I succeeded. Is there anything that happens on a success? Do I take half damage or something?
The spell damage does not say.
Okay. So I guess I've succeeded. Oh, jeez. Okay. So what is this? So you go ahead and how does it look when you tap into your warlock magic?
My hands begin to glow, and they glow green.
Okay.
My eyes sort of roll back in my head as I'm starting to summon the every repulsive thing that I can think of.
Yeah.
And try and hurl it at that beast.
Okay. So yeah, you all see probably the corner of your eye or so. You see Guldruk hold his hands up, and as they do, light starts to emit from underneath. The palms start to glow around the area, and maybe like mites of like lightning bugs start to shoot from his hands. And as they start to fade out, as if they start to coalesce into these different bugs and insects, clouds of them start to fly and float around the area, and some start to go into the fur. But it doesn't look like it's affecting the creature at all. Super focused, hyper focused on all of you, excuse me, as they've just this cloud of bugs start to just coalesce in the area above. Okay, it is Meyer. It is your turn.
Are our enemies humanoids?
Let's see. Yes.
Okay. In that case, I will cast Hold Person on the one to my right, in front of John Petite.
Okay.
Ooh.
This one here.
Yes.
Okay. Do I need to make a Constitution save or something?
They need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom
My DC is
save.
14.
Okay. I have rolled a 12.
Then they are held as the gem on the center of my forehead glows a cyan blue.
Nice.
I put my staff on the ground, and the orb starts to emanate what looks like water. As this beam goes around, and it looks like as if the moisture in the room itself starts to creep up and around this creature, and then just surrounds him.
Okay. Sweet. All right. So, and what does that do? I can't take any actions or can't move.
They are paralyzed.
Wow. Okay. And that's your whole action?
That is my whole action.
Unless I have a bonus action to use like a, I don't know, a cantrip.
I don't think you can use. I don't think you could cast a. I don't think you could do a cast.
Critical roll rules?
I don't think you can. Can you?
Only if we're
You
using
can
critical
cast
roll rules.
A cantrip.
You can.
Yeah, if it's a cantrip. you
Sweet.
can.
Do it.
Okay.
If the cast is a
Cantrip. Now bonus action.
yeah, in bonus action. Yeah.
Do it.
No, it's not a bonus action, just an action. Casting time
Oh, okay. Then you wouldn't.
is what I wanted to do.
Then you would not be able to do it.
Nope.
Okay. All right. And now it is Jean Petite. It is your turn.
Jean kind of shakes himself off a little bit after getting hit, and then seeing the bugs and the fellow in front of him now being held still, he kind of looks back and gives a thumbs up to Vin. I, of course, didn't need your help, but I suppose I will take advantage of it. And
You're welcome.
he will attack with his sword. I think he will try and attempt a trip attack
Okay.
as well on this thing. So I believe that he gets advantage since he's paralyzed, but I just need to figure out how to do advantage on these rolls. Should I just roll the dice twice?
Roll twice.
Okay.
You could probably. Yeah, I'd probably just roll twice.
Oh, perfect. And so probably the next one will be better than this, right? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So 22 will hit.
Armor
I'm
class?
guessing.
Is that what we're looking for? Are you trying to do a trip attack?
Yeah,
with
what's
armor?
his
Okay.
AC?
Yep. You can. That hits.
Okay. Okay, so it will do. One D8. So 10 damage. with the
Okay.
Slash, and he'll kind of duck low to try and slash at the beast's legs. The trip attack is. Let me find it on here. Okay, so he has to make a DC 16 strength saving throw.
DC 16 strength. Okay.
And either way, I get to do an extra D8 damage.
I rolled
he
a.
succeeded.
wow.
I rolled a natural 20.
Okay, but either way, I do an extra D8 damage on him.
Nice.
How do I just grab dice? In this
You can. Is it L? O? B?
There are a couple ways you can do that, or if you've rolled a 20 or whatever on the floor, you can pick up dice that are already on the table and chuck them again.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay, there's already a D8 on there. So for an extra, it won't be plus.
Won't be plus
seven,
7.
It's just 3 damage.
Okay. Nice.
And then I will attack again.
Nice. You got multi-attack?
Yes, sir.
Sweet.
Seeing his attempt fail, Jean Petite will try and just go for a straight strike on this large monster.
Yeah, that hits. Wow.
Okay. For 9 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, so we all see as Jean Petite goes for a how does the trip happen?
So basically, he'll duck down low and try and swipe out the monster's legs with his sword, and then
Swipe the
seeing
leg.
as he's still kind of frozen there, he'll come back with an overhand swipe.
Okay. Yeah, so you seem to catch this creature in the leg, and it seems to hit an artery, or at least it looks like it, as the blood spurts across the floor as it it starts to stand back up, and as it does, it leaves like an opportunity right in its neck, and you're able to, I think, stab right in its clavicle, right between the collarbone. And it goes and falls to its knees. It's not prone or anything, but it is looking hurt.
Okay,
And that's good.
and John, as he finishes that second hit, will kind of like quickly take out a handkerchief and wipe any blood off his face. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay, I'm ready again.
All right, great. And now it's going to be the top of the round. These two creatures are going to go. This hurt one is going to try to it's going to try to attack. They don't get their bonuses this time because you know they're there. But he's going to try to stand up, and as he does, he's going to then swipe forward.
The hurt one or the held one?
The held one, so he can't. All right, so
Needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
nice, thank you. Wisdom save, and that isn't a okay. That's a roll, I guess. All right, 13.
14 is the DC.
Okay, sweet. So it's still held. Can't do anything. So this one is paralyzed, and you tried to trip the paralyzed one, didn't do anything.
Right.
So actually, all of that movement that I said it didn't do anything. It's still kind of frozen. So it's just kind of a. It was probably super easy one for you to hit because it was probably like hitting a target dummy that you've hit so many times before. So just hitting it in the weak spots, once in the leg and then up by the shoulder. And now the other one will try to attack. And it will do the same, but without. Yeah, without the bonuses. It's going to throw that into the darkness. All right, and that's a 20 on you, Raven, or Fulgrim.
That is my AC.
Okay, so that will be a hit. And
And I am resistant to slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning.
okay, so you'll be taking half of this damage. Take 3 damage.
Okay.
Nice. As this thing, it goes to, it looks like a very clumsy attack as it takes both of its hands and goes to swing across its belly towards you. Very predictable attack. You were able to move out of the way, but I think you bumped into Jean Petite, who's right behind you, and you weren't able to get out of the way completely.
Hey,
as
come
it's-
on.
As it's able to probably just swipe across your belly for
Sorry about that.
for the 3 damage. Raven, it is now your turn. Fulgrim, you're up.
I'm gonna come back at him with the rapier.
Okay.
Wow.
The 10 does not hit. 10 does not hit. Do you have you don't have a multi-attack or anything else? Okay.
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Oh wait, they have
Okay.
disadvantage when attacking you, right? Because of your
No, because I haven't hit anything yet.
oh, you have to hit something and then it triggers?
hmm
Ah, okay. That it is your turn. Steel, you're up.
Okay, the
Guldruk.
one that's on its knee.
Yes,
I'm going to
the one that is held.
yeah, the one that's held. That one is also wounded, correct?
Very wounded.
Okay, so I'm gonna target Toll of the Dead on him.
Okay.
So let's see here. Fuck.
Okay,
Well, that
perfect.
failed.
What does what does Toll of the Dead do?
I sound a dolorous bell, and it fills
Nice.
the air around for a moment, it fills the target with necrotic damage. But that
Sweet.
was
It still
almost a critical
happens.
fail.
Yeah, almost. It still happens.
Yeah.
They're like you all hear a boom, boom, ring and echo throughout this hall. It's almost so strong that it feels like it's inside of your mind. These creatures It's hard for this one because it's being held, so it can't really react. But the other one at least shakes its head, and this one doesn't seem to react at all when you cast it. Is there anything else you can do? Cantrips as a bonus action if you have bonus action cantrips.
I don't have bonus action cantrips, no.
Okay.
I got 3 cantrips, but just no bonus action.
Okay. Meyer, you're up.
While I'm concentrating, can I still use an action?
Yes.
In that case, while I am holding this creature, I will use my offhand to cast a fire bolt at it.
Nice. Okay.
So
To do that, I need to it says you make a ranged spell attack. Do I have to roll for that? I do.
Yes. It'd be it would be
yeah.
D20 plus your getting.
Right. D&D Beyond doesn't have like a button to press to like roll that attack for some reason.
Oh, interesting.
cantrip.
D20 plus your spell bonus. I'm having issues. I have to restart stream. That's really weird.
If I click on this, that's just the damage. I don't want the damage. Sorry, 1 sec as I try to brain.
Yeah. Take your time. I gotta fix something too. I may have to restart the stream on my end.
Oh, here we go.
Frustrating.
Anyone know how to get also the dice onto D&D Beyond? Because they're not on my character sheet right now.
You will have to do. It is the dice on D&D Beyond. Beyond the Spire extension is on Chrome.
Yeah, I'm
one?
using Chrome.
Okay, and it's not. You should be able to click the blue.
No, I got all the blue, but usually on D&D Beyond, there's like you can select what die to use, and stuff like that.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think the roller will work. It'll go right through. You just give the click and then drag from Beyond, because the roller on D&D Beyond isn't connected to Tailspire.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 different numbers when you do roll.
I gotcha.
I rolled a 9.
A 9 to attack.
Yes.
That does not hit. So a sparking light of fire energy, fire bolt, smaller fireball, zooms right over the head of one of these, searing, I think, some of the hair by its horns.
Is it too late to use a sorcery point to win my spell and try again?
No, you can do that again. You can do that.
Let me just double check to make sure I'm not making a mistake here.
Not cheating.
Oh no, it's target a second creature with the same spell, so it'd have to hit the other guy.
Okay. I have to double check. My stream is being weird. Oh, there is a browser covering the cams. Thank you. How did that happen? Oh, thank you.
So I'll roll again for this other monster then.
$19.
19 hits.
Okay. So, as I'm holding the other one with my staff and my water magic, with my left hand, I point at both with 2 fingers, and streams of like steam emanate from my hand, and one attacks the target and the other one misses.
Okay, yeah. One hits, I think, probably the pillar above the one that is being held. The other one, actually, are you shooting the same person? Or are you forking?
Well, yes.
Okay, you're going towards one.
Yes.
Okay.
So the one on the left is the one the one on my left is the one I hit.
Okay. So not the wounded one.
No, I missed that one.
Okay, so you did fork. What is how much damage did you do? 9?
No.
I'm sorry, did you roll
I'm going
damage?
to roll my damage now.
Got it.
I rolled at 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Okay, yeah. Fireball, 2 fireballs shoot from the fingers of Vin. One hits the pillar and goes out. The other one sails into the matted hair of this creature as it starts to pat it out and look towards you. And it is now Jean Petite's turn.
Okay, and you're all doing a very good job, and not quite as good as me, of course. And I'll now finish both these men off in a matter of seconds. And he will. Is the one that I attacked before? Is he still paralyzed or held? I guess.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep slashing at him.
Okay.
Essentially. I will actually position myself in between both of them, and then swipe with my sword.
$22 hits.
Okay, I'm doing the advantage thing.
Okay.
Okay, so first attack. So 14 points of damage.
Okay. How would you like to kill this held creature?
I think
of
what he'll
damage.
do is since he's already kind of down on his knees a little bit, Jean Petite will just kind of he made that step into between both of them, and then he'll look at the one that he hasn't hit yet,
Just lean
kind
in.
of look at him the whole time as he's slowly killing his buddy behind him,
Okay.
and then bring it back out and be like, "You're next."
All right, perfect. Yeah, you point your sword. What kind of weapon do you have?
I'm using a katana.
Okay, so yeah, you just have the katana out, and you just with the two
Yeah.
hands and just lean into the into the held bugbear as it cries its death moan. And yes,
Nice.
do you have an extra attack to?
I do, yeah.
Sweet.
So right after finishing that, I'm just gonna take it out, kind of flip the blood off the sword, and then strike at this one as well.
And Jean Petite's carrying the party so far.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Yeah, right. That hits?
21. Okay.
There'll be plenty of things to
Um,
kill. There's a lot of
that's
there's a lot
right.
of levels in this thing.
You know what I'm gonna try for with this attack is I'm gonna try and do my menacing attack.
Ooh.
So he needs to make a what is it here? He needs to make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Which the DC? I'm sorry.
DC 16 Wisdom.
That looks like a 19. Wait, yes.
Okay.
Plus 0. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So John is trying to intimidate him basically when he kills his one friend, and then we'll slash at him, being like, "You can run away now if you'd like." But seeing as that's not working, he'll only do an extra D8 damage on him.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So an extra 3 damage on him.
So a total of. Because I wasn't paying attention.
10.
10?
Yep.
Nice. And this pencil is. Okay. Great. Yeah. So this thing takes a lot of damage. Wonderful. It cries out in pain as it goes to swipe down at you, trying to hit both of you with its mace. I'm not sure if it'll be able to do that. Give me 1 second, though. And I will roll this. Damn it. I lost the page. I will attack. As it swipes down at. Oh my god, what the hell rolls at 13, 4, 17 towards Jean Petite?
It does not hit.
Okay.
So Jean will actually, this whole time he carries his katana in one hand and then his sheath in the other, which is just a reflavored shield, and he'll use that to kind of deflect the attack coming.
Sweet. Yeah, so he goes down to swipe at you as he sees what happens, trying to crush you, and you using the momentum against him, as you take the scabbard of your katana and probably reinforced scabbard of katana and just block it away as you also take like a graceful step to the side or onto your back heel. And as you do that, it falls right between both of you and Fulgrim. It is your turn, Fulgrim. As the camera looks up from the mace and it sees Fulgrim, what does Fulgrim do?
Stab with my rapier.
Okay. Let me clean up all these dice.
There were quite a few dice on the table there for a sec.
Yeah.
You took my dice I was rolling.
Oh, sorry. Get
16, does that hit?
16 hits.
Thank God. All right. So now the you'll see spirits will kind of fly out of Fulgrim and swarm the one that I just struck.
Okay.
And if so, now they have the first creature I hit with an attack on my turn has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against me. When the target hits a creature other than me, that creature that it has resistance to the damage dealt by the attack.
Nice.
Okay. That sounds great.
Excellent. All right. Roll for damage. $10 plus my sneak attack damage.
You would not have sneak attack.
I get it within 5 feet of a partner.
You get it if you're just 5 feet of next to somebody?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's the change from 5e.
Yeah, that was me. I was on another
2.
edition. All right, so how much? That's why they're so broken.
I didn't remember what I rolled last time. I think it was it 10 damage last time?
I think so.
Okay.
10 plus 2, so
Yeah.
12.
Okay. How would you like to kill this creature?
Just gonna stab upward, right through its neck, right through its
Okay.
throat.
Okay. As you do, we all see as Fulgrim takes a step or maybe a sidestep out of the way as the mace comes down between both Jean Petite and Fulgrim. And Fulgrim, you use that opportunity as his hands are down or the mace is between both of you. You see that weakness, you see that opportune time to strike, and you lift your rapier up into the throat of this creature. And it falls on top of you for a moment, and you're able to step and slump it off of you as it falls to the floor. And now, ending the combat. You do notice, though,
It
something.
smells.
I need you to make a perception check.
Hey! Been waiting for one of those. Okay, I'll try that again. I have expertise, so does that mean I roll at advantage?
I don't know, you're the
No.
rogue.
Expertise just doubles your proficiency bonus.
Ah. Which you did,
Oh.
because you had like a plus 11 or something. Okay. So, no, you got an 11. You had a plus 8. So, yeah, it's not that hard to notice. But after you stick the rapier in through the throat and up into the skull, as you go to take the blade out, you feel like a wriggling or a tension reverberating on the blade as it's inserted into the throat of this thing. So up through the brain, and then as it's there, you feel the blade sort of vibrate a little bit, and then you pull it out, and it slumps on the floor.
Something's on the floor, you said?
Well, now the body of this creature is on the floor. I don't know if I can knock them
Oh.
down. Can I knock these things down?
If you right-click on it,
That was
maybe
hard.
you can.
I can kill them. I can.
When you kill it, does it knock it over?
No, it deletes it. Maybe kill, twirl, surprised. Wiggle. Ooh, wiggle. Twirl. It's okay.
Magic missile.
Whoa, what the hell?
Oh, that was.
Where'd you get that?
If I right-click on him, I can do it.
That was sick. Okay, well, that's sweet. We're all learning stuff. Okay, let me kill this thing. And there are two bodies of these hairy goblinoid creatures. They're much larger than goblinoids, or goblins. And killing. Okay. All right, and
I
need
would like to
do one.
inspect the corpse of the creatures we killed.
Okay. I can't hear you. What did you say?
Something for making my blade kind of wobble inside its skull. Be careful.
Wobble.
Like vibrating the sword.
Is it probably just your nerves? Have you ever fought anything this dangerous before?
Yes, it's got
Okay, never mind.
Well, then never mind. Okay.
You.
And I point to the Guldruk. Is it Guldruk?
That would be me, yes.
Yes.
Are you proficient with the dead?
One may say that I know things about the dead, yes. Why?
I just noticed your magic with the insects of corruption. This one has found a wiggling in the creature. Would you happen to know anything about it?
Well, I could take a look, but I will not make any promises on if I will find anything or not.
That is between you and the corpse. I am just curious.
Okay. Would you like to make an investigation? Or a medicine? It's up to you. To try to discern what's going on with this corpse.
We'll do investigation.
Okay. Okay, with a 23. So you start to the one that is bleeding now from its neck and the top of its head. You start to mull it over and start to see what is going on, what's wrong with it. You pick up its large head, probably about the size of a basketball, like its skull itself, and then of course the bristly hairs off of the sides. You're able to pick up the skull, and as you do feel like a rattling, like a buzzing kind of thing. Like if you were to pick up, like if yeah, this is a weird reference. You know those like those toys back in the 90s that were outside of like the toy store, and there was the one of them that had a ball and then like a weasel tail on it, and then it would roll around.
I take 5 steps back.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, so we all remember that. So it's kind of that sort of feeling. It's like it's something inside rolling around. Yeah, as you pick it up, there's that jostling feeling. And upon further inspection, I don't know how. I don't want to. How in depth would your character investigate a dead body? Just so I know for future assumptions of how weird
He
your
would
character
be
is.
fairly he would have a bad bedside manner.
Okay.
Like he's like kind of like a bad mortician,
Yeah.
just sort of like he'd be very inclined to smash the skull against a wall to see what's inside.
Okay. And you can do that if that is something you want to do. Do you think that's something that he would do? He would.
I think that is something
Okay.
he would do. He'd probably shake the skull back and forth, hear that there's
Ah,
something inside, and then try and crack it open like a coconut.
Okay. Give me a strength roll.
Oh God. Okay.
now you're taking a giant, like a beast's head, and throwing it against a corner here and hoping it
20!
Okay.
Ooh.
This is a natural 20?
20.
That was a
Yep.
nat 20 because I have 0 bonus on strength.
Sick. All right, so
Practice precision.
yeah, you pick it up and you feel like this rattling, you feel like this buzzing. There's like a vibration happening within, and you like look towards one of these the angled pillars here, and right on the molding of this pillar, you just go, yeah, and you like just spike this thing into the side of the pillar, where there's already been a weakness. I think a crack starts to form from where the stab was, and on the cranium up towards where the top of the dorsal hole of this creature is. And with that, you're able to crack it open, open it up like a watermelon. Inside, that falls to the feet of you, and in the middle of everything. And you're all watching, I would assume, relatively stunned as this guy's like, I think I know the dead, and just smashes and desecrates this body to see what's inside. And this wet, like a wet loaf of bread, hits the ground. You would assume it's the brain, but there's a couple differences about this brain that you have not seen before. One, this brain has a hole through it. Two, it does look like there is. It has a texture over the brain, like you would think, like a squishy, moist brain would. Instead, it is dry and crackled, kind of like dried paint, right over the surface and the top of it. It also does, as it hit the ground, it bounced a little bit. It does have a little bit of, actually, it didn't bounce. It hit and it had some give. So, but it has that crackly, fissured, dry, calloused feeling around it. And also you notice these 4 distinct, looks like to be clawed appendages coming from the brain. They are tucked in right now, like a sleeping cat would. You know how they would tuck their legs and arms inside? That's what this creature, or at least what the brain looks like. There are these 4 appendages. Some are hind, and they have like these fleshy paws coming off of them that are folded in like a sleeping cat would. But this brain, this now leathery, exposed brain to the dry, arid dungeon, is now just left onto the ground. It does look like it's dead. There is a hole, and it is bleeding.
What do you see?
Something quite interesting. I do believe there's some kind of a parasite, or something of that nature, attached itself to where the brain once was, maybe fed upon it, and it looks wounded, but I can see claws and feet, and it's almost got a husk, like a hardened, coarse, callous skin.
Yeah, it isn't until Guldruk picks up the brain and then points out where the legs are of this thing, and then maybe even manipulates some of them, and you see how they come out and they kind of go back in with rigor mortis, but like that there are 4 distinct appendages that can pop out of this thing.
I turn to my dwarven compatriot and I say, my eyes are not good in this, in the dark here. Quick, look around. See if maybe you see any others. In the ceilings, on the walls.
Right. Look around.
Okay, make me an investigation.
While he's doing that, Jean Petite is going to quickly run over to the
Actually,
one that
perception.
he killed and quickly stab it in the head.
Okay.
I'm just going to go ahead and take care of this very quickly.
Okay. You don't need to roll or anything. For the 19. 19 perception. You do a quick scan of the room, and you don't see anything else when it comes to. You're specifically looking for movement or more of these brain-type creatures, yes? Or more bugbears, excuse me, these beasts?
Very well.
I didn't see anything else.
Okay, yeah, you don't see anything. As you do, Jean Petite, you go over and you sort of, I'm assuming, lean your blade into the head of another one of these creatures. You start to feel the same sort of thing. There's a vibrating or a wriggling that happens from the core of your blade, and then it's definitely an odd feeling as you start to piece together what it was Fulgrim was just describing, and it is odd.
Okay, and I think maybe there was another one in here?
Well, my nerves are a bit more at ease knowing that this room may not have any more.
Unless one of you has one. Hmm?
We all came down together. I feel like if
Right.
that were the case, it would be in a stranger and not between us.
Okay.
If you really
and a
want, I
very
can
good-
smash your head against a wall to check.
I'll pass, thank you.
No one told me I missed my bow tie.
Right, that's a hard pass.
Okay, and basically now I very much trust Guldruk. He was willing to kill one of you over this.
Well,
Yeah, but you weren't. So how could we trust you?
Where should we go next?
Right. Let's make sure there's only. Well, let's see how many exits there are to this room, and make sure there's no weird walls like we had before.
it appears we have one room to the north and one to the south. And a wall here with roots growing out of it.
Make a actually with the 19 you're able to see it. There is a sign on the wall, Fulgrim, or on one of these pillars.
Oh, there's a sign here.
It says
Ah,
certain death this way,
which way?
towards the southern exit.
Towards this way. Perhaps we should check out the ways first. I don't know.
Is there a sign pointing to the other place with maybe uncertain death?
There are no other signs in the room.
I like how you think.
What did the thing say about the pillar, forest of pillars or jungle of pillars or something?
Through the pillared forest is the Mad Mage. I do not
not very
recall anything about death. However, if this mage were somewhere, one would surmise it would be with death.
Well, which direction you will want to go? To certain death or not as certain death?
You're the guide.
Right, well, let's check to the north first.
Okay. To the north. Where is... Okay, perfect. I didn't know which way I was facing. Okay,
Before we proceed, Fulgrim, Petite,
Yeah?
Mwah.
should we go into combat once more? Please try not to get in the way of, I have spells that cover a wide area. Please keep this in mind, and I might be able to help a bit more.
Alright.
But the cars. Mwah. Mwah.
okay. So, what do you do? You've got the, are you gonna go north? I mean, Fulgrim did say we can go north.
I
So,
think that's where we're
on
going.
Yeah, I think we're
north.
following him.
Wonderful. I've also revealed some of the area. So as you can see, well, close this door. Hold on, what? Jeez.
The door just closed on its. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't open.
Turn around, go the other way.
As you make your way up these stairs, a breeze of rot sort of dances down the hall as you were able to all take a whiff of it through the dark caverns down here. There is a door to your right. There is also a straight alcove ahead of you. Can I do anything like this? I can. And it
There is
opens
a
up.
foul rot in the air.
It opens up to a T-junction right just up ahead.
Alright, before we go to that T-junction, we'll check this room here. I think the rot might be coming from down the hall, I'm not sure.
It does seem like it's coming from the hallway.
Might I suggest caution opening this door?
Yes.
If you take a step back, I can open it from a distance.
Oh, alright.
At least I can attempt to do so.
At least I think I can.
I close my eyes and the gem in my forehead glows. And then I take a breath and pull out my left hand. And it's almost as if a reflection of my left hand comes out, and it's a watery mage hand.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And this aqueous mage hand reaches out to the handle and tries to twist it open.
Water trickles from your sleeves as it starts to replicate your left hand. It ripples as it touches the door. It doesn't reach for the doorknob or the door handle. It just needs to touch it. And as it does, the door handle opens up. And I will reveal this room.
My eyesight is not strong, so someone else will have to do something.
Looks like perhaps an armory. Pile of bones on the floor and a suit of armor in the middle of the room.
As you make your way,
Bench from
as you make your way into this room, you do notice a couple things. There are some bones on the floor of long dead adventurers that have made their trek down here and has probably seen an unfortunate fate, much like the two young students that you followed down here previously. Up ahead, there is a weapons rack with looks like to be a sword upon it. And you also hear distant voices coming from the ceiling. Moment's notice, though, with your perception being as high as it is, Fulgrim, you do realize that it is the streets and the echoing from the sewers reverberating down here from up above. So there are maybe some familiar type music coming from the Tavern of Yawning Portals, but also the Yawning Portal, as well as maybe just the hustle and the bustle and the echoing from the streets above. And you do see that there are vents in the room.
I relay that to everyone.
Okay.
Jean will quickly run towards the weapons rack to go check out the sword.
Okay. There is a sword on the weapons rack. It is a long sword, just sitting there. It does have a black iron handle. It does seem to have a riveting of silver that goes right across the fuller.
Does it look like it is a well-made sword?
It looks like it's seen some battle, definitely.
Okay.
There is some rolling on the edges. Are you picking it up at all, or are you just going to observe it from where it stands?
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
Okay, as you pick it up, you run your hand across or fingers across the edge, and it does bite a bit, as it does have some sharpness, but there is some rolling, meaning it has seen some battle. There is little signs of wear and tear, but besides that, it is a pretty finely crafted longsword. It has probably been a while since it's been repaired, but it still has an edge.
Does anybody want a sword?
No, thank you.
I'm fine.
I have no need for such.
Okay. And I guess I'll just keep it as a memento of our time together. And I'll just go ahead and kind of sling it on my back.
Okay. You go to sling it on you like strap it and throw it over your back, or do you put it in like a quiver, a sheath kind of thing?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to use it at all. It's just going to be like,
Okay.
yeah, stowed away.
Yeah, you go to stow it, and then you go, okay, well, I will use it, and it will be a memento. And then you realize that you let go of it. You bring your hand back down, and your hand is open, but it is still attached to your hand. And you hear in your head,
Uh-oh.
Is everything all right?
Did you all hear that?
Hear what?
No.
The voice that it just was in here?
I hear the hustle and bustle of the street and the music from the tavern, but nothing specific.
Right,
Okay, and
yeah.
that must have
what?
been what it is. Just probably the street up above.
Why? What did the voice say?
Like a hey. Kind of like I got tricked or something. I don't know. Jean Petite will go to put it back again and just kind of warily stow it again.
you go to do it.
Okay, and surely that time you all heard it, right?
You
Heard
still
what?
have it in your
No.
hand.
No idea what you're talking about.
Okay, it kind of was like a hey.
Why don't you just put the sword away? I don't get it.
Okay, and this is embarrassing. I'm trying to put this sword away, and it keeps on not getting put away.
Oh no.
You all have that problem too, right?
No.
Okay.
They sheath their rapier and pull it back out. Sheath their rapier and pull it back out. Works just fine for me.
When you try to sheath your weapon, what happens?
Like I do this already, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it back here. And now I'm going to take my hand away from okay. Okay, and you see it's still right in my hand, and I keep on hearing someone saying, hey.
I look at the corpse to my left. How did it die? Are there score marks on it from sword slashes?
Make a medicine. They are bones.
Yes, on the bones, like slash score marks on the bones. Okay, rolling. 6.
Not that you notice.
Okay,
There
hold on.
is maybe one thing I could do, but it is very costly. For the time being, is this sword controlling you?
Hold on. And Jean Petite will kind of like try and walk around the room.
As you
very,
do. No, nothing happens. You walk around.
He's constantly like, very robotic motions, trying to see what all is.
What your limits are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You were able to. You were able to move
He'll
freely.
also be trying to. He'll be trying to talk to the sword too. Hello? Are you there? I'm Jean Petite, a very famous fighter. I'm just wondering.
May I make a suggestion?
Of course.
Why don't you try to strike the armor that's in the middle of the room with that blade?
Good point. I'm gonna go over here.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna stand over here with Vin.
I'll sit on the bench.
I'll stand in front of you with my
Okay.
shield up.
He will go to strike the armor with his
Okay.
sword that is currently attached to him.
Make an attack roll.
Okay, and this is going to be really good, of course.
It's a +1
I
sword.
guess it would just be. Oh my goodness. Here, let's see. Do I just add it to here?
Yes.
Now I have to quickly figure out how to do this.
Use your roll d20 and then add your stuff.
Okay. I'll do a strength since it's longsword.
It's also versatile too.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so you're able to hit this thing very easily. You do. It clangs off of the armor that was on it, the rusty old armor that is there. And it doesn't look like there are any straps to the armor. It just looks like it's sort of hanging there on a rotting piece of leather strap, and as you do, it snaps off. The cuirass it just falls to the ground and clangs.
Okay.
Did you have any difficulty making that strike? Was it resisting you?
Was it resisting me at all?
No.
No, it doesn't appear to be doing that, but I mean, I'm not. This is a very big sword for me to just be kind of willy-nilly swinging around. Not used to this size.
I
Well,
fear
he doesn't
for...
seem to be controlling him.
What if
I
you
suppose.
DM? Is this an actual anvil on the back?
I don't even know what's in there. There's an anvil in there? Sure. Yeah. Yep. There's an anvil in there.
What if you try to put it on the anvil?
Oh, okay.
Like if you were
He'll
going to forge
make his
it or
way
something.
down there.
Okay. You lay the blade on the anvil. You let go of it. It lays on the anvil. You walk away. And before you turn around it, you hear, and it's in your hand again.
I turn to
Okay,
Guldruk
did you all
and I
see
say,
that?
And you all see, as it was
No.
there, it disappears and it's in his hand.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
I turn to Guldruk and I say, I feel as if I can do something about this. However, my curiosity is getting the better of me. What do you suggest?
And isn't this karma?
Well, I don't think curiosity ever killed any cats. I would say keep exploring with it.
Very well.
It's probably fine, right, guys?
Oh, I highly
You
doubt
could-
it.
Can you wield that and another weapon?
No,
Or do you- wait,
this
no,
is a
use it-
very large
you
sword.
use
I
it
can do
scabbard,
it.
yeah.
Yes. I mean, I will still have my scabbard, I guess, to help defend myself, but I'm very not used to this sword.
John, show me your sword.
Oh, the one I have right now? This is a very weird one?
Yes.
Okay, and I'll hand it over to Vin.
I don't grab it from him, but place both hands over it. And they glow, and then I essentially get what almost look like gloves of water.
Sweet.
And then I lay my hands on the sword and cast Dispel Magic
Okay. You see...
at third level.
Yeah, at third level. You see that the watery gloves placed upon this this artifact, this sword, you see starts to ripple and splash as it starts to wash across the entire blade, signifying that is the magic, the dispel magic has taken hold.
Try to let go of it now.
Okay, I'll try and put it away.
On your back again?
Yeah.
Okay. You do? You put it away. Moments later. Ha ha ha!
I shouldn't have tried that.
Okay, well, I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
I should have followed your advice, Guldruk. My apologies.
Oh, it's fine. We learn from our mistakes.
Indeed.
Well,
Jean,
If
why don't
it
have
is
you have
anyone-
any interest in maybe putting all the armor on? You already have a sword attached to your hand. You might as well be more defensible.
Well, I mean, I'm feeling. I'll be honest, guys. This isn't the first time this has happened to me.
What?
that's
I have a habit
Easy
of
to
picking
believe.
up things in dungeons, and then all of a sudden I can't put them away anymore.
Such as...
Well, I had this very nice pen that I used for a while. It just kept on appearing over and over again, and it actually turned into any time I tried to write down a letter, it would turn them into love letters.
And how did you get rid of it? Or do you still have it?
No, it's still with me.
Give it to me.
And that's canon.
What, the love letter pen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and I'll hand him, of course, this love letter pen.
Of course. What does the love letter pen look like?
It's a very big, one of those big, huge, feathery
Yeah.
writing pens.
So it's a large, a large. I think what he does, he takes out this large, peacock feather.
Where on earth did you keep that?
It's collapsible.
It's telescoping.
That's right.
Telescopic quill pen.
That's right.
It looks like a feather duster when it's not used.
That's right.
And he gives you
I think
this
here you go.
peacock, this peacock feather that's got a stain of black ink on the quill.
And I'm just holding it and it's okay. It doesn't go back to him.
Yeah.
I give it back to him, disappointed.
Okay, and thank you very much.
Fulgrim, perhaps maybe you could try borrowing his sword from him and seeing what happens.
no thing.
Is that what you do?
Fair play.
Fulgrim just said no thanks.
Oh, no thanks. Oh,
I
okay.
said
All right.
fair play.
Oh, okay.
He's like, no thanks. Yep.
No,
That's
all right.
good.
Okay,
Pass, I'm
no
good.
thanks. All right, that's fair.
Well, here we go, I guess. This is fine.
That's fine.
Does anyone need to rest or anything? This might be a good room for that.
I'm pretty tapped out, however.
Mark this on your maps, everyone. This is a good room.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, if
Do
you
we
need
need
to
to take a
rest,
rest?
we
Check
could
just to-
take a short one.
Yeah.
I just need to double check to see how when I get my spell points back. It's only after a long
I
rest,
think
right?
it's long rest, I think.
Yeah, so doing that wouldn't do anything for me. Maybe I'll get my sorcery points back though.
Maybe. I don't quite remember.
Maybe. Sorry, I should know this.
It's okay. We're all playing new
I
characters.
think you
Can
do
I
your
run an
sorcery points.
investigation
but you
check?
won't-
Want to roll
Sorry.
Want to roll investigation?
Yeah, just to make sure the room, there's nothing else
Do it.
of note in the room.
Do it.
Okay, no, I don't get my sorcery points back in a long rest, so resting won't do anything for me.
Okay.
12.
12. Yeah, there's nothing else in the room that you notice you could take as long as you'd like to take over and inspect the room. Nothing else except for the vents.
Well, if you'd like to sleep... Oh. Well, if you'd like to sleep for a long while, I could... I've got... forgive me, I don't know how to pronounce it. Pittins? I could make the door stuck shut, and we could sleep here safely.
Yeah, I don't really need to sleep. If we took a very quick rest, I would be fine, but it is up to you.
I don't want to hold the group back. I should be fine for the time being.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I guess no on that short rest. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, I get just me. Okay. And you exit the room. You are greeted again with that breeze of death coming down from the hall. Make me... Probably not. With your study of death itself and your critical before of medicine, or no, it's your strength. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Guldruk, you can kind of tell that this faint smell of death is old. It's not new rot. It is like potentially bones and dried flesh rather than something that is just beginning to rot.
Okay.
You come to a T-junction, left and your right, towards east or towards your west. Darkness on both sides.
Do I smell the smell of death stronger from either direction? Like, is there like a direction of airflow?
Make me a perception.
Okie dokie.
Can I help with that?
You can help with that, so you will have advantage. 15. And roll it again, and we'll take the higher. And 15. Okay, so the 15, you are able. You point your nose in a couple directions, and I think Fulgrim also takes your lead on it and starts to sniff the air a bit and bumps your shoulder and points down into the darkness. This way. And it's towards the western corridor.
And that's where the smell of death is coming from, or the air is coming from?
The smell of death is coming from this direction. The
The odor seems to be coming from this way.
Do you want to sort it out?
Should see what it is. I think it's been long.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Oh.
And that's what
Threw
happens.
myself off
All
the
right.
map.
Look out below!
There's no map. Okay, where are we over here?
I actually will be behind the group as usual.
Yes. As you approach the corner, you start to see bones scattered across the floor. You, with your eyes, start to trail the bones and the trailing of these scattered bones up towards a pile, towards the center, and then also various pillars of looks like to be calcified bone and maybe some other adhesive, as if. Like, not saying necessarily a beehive, but maybe something like an insect would use like chewed plants to create their hive and stick sticks together for their nest. It's almost sort of like that, where you can see that there's been a paste created by whatever inhabits here or has inhabited here, while there are these, looks like pillars of bone and old decrepit creatures, some adventurers, and some bones you don't even recognize.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
That would be the smell.
Yeah, and that would be the smell. I do need you all to make a perception check.
All of us.
All of you.
$25.
25, 17, 21.
21.
I missed what my number was. 16 plus 16, 17.
Okay. And were any of you being quiet at all? Or were you just wandering?
Wasn't being particularly noisy.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a rogue barbarian. So.
Okay.
I probably was muttering
know.
the entire time.
Most
What is going on with this sword?
And I'm also not wearing armor, so.
Okay. So, you do, for those of you who rolled above a 20, you do hear like a munching, gnawing on something, and also a knocking as if like a bird or something is, or a beak banging on something hardened, much like bone, potentially.
Guldruk,
Uh-huh.
perhaps you should get behind me,
Just
sort out what.
Why? Why would I want to get behind you?
Because I could hear something.
You can hear what?
Surely the death before
Something
you
eating.
is enough.
Oh. All right.
Okay.
I will begin to rage again.
Begin to rage now.
I have 60 feet of dark vision. So
Okay.
can I see this thing?
Can you see anything on the map?
Yes.
What do you see?
A creature.
Okay.
In the corner.
Then you see the creature in the corner.
All right. So then I'm gonna.
Actually, from there you don't see the creature from your perspective, but you are able to. Actually, not at all. I'm looking to see where you can. Maybe on your way in you can, but sneaking around, you'll have to move to then see where the creature is. But from your perspective,
Right. Yeah.
from your perspective, you
sneak
can't
and
see
then
it.
try and find it.
Okay, then I will take a stealth check.
All right.
I will do the same.
Okay.
I whisper, remember, don't space out too much.
26.
Okay.
9.
Mm-hmm.
So Jean Petite is just trampling on these bones over here.
Classic.
Okay, I can see it now.
With his heavy sword.
That's right, just dragging. Catches on something, starts.
What was yours, a
knocking over
9?
Piles of bones. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So as you do, as you both simultaneously went off in different directions to, and Fulgrim, you are perfectly fine. There's one point you almost step on a bone, but you're able to lift your foot up and step around it, and then make your way across around one of these like calcified pillars. On the other hand, or now looking over towards, smash cut over towards Jean Petite, who is moving through the through these piles and sneaking and doing a great job, except for the dragging of the blade across the stone wall. And you realize, I think probably a little bit too late, that you have been making noise and it's just been resonating, and you hear a...
Yeah.
And I'm going to need initiatives from everyone.
Ooh.
Okay.
14.
14. This is exciting. I have to
22.
do initiative
15.
once again. Okay. 15. Perfect. Who was the 14?
Vin.
And we had Guldruk.
15.
15. Fulgrim.
22.
And Jean Petite at an 8.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me go ahead and make a initiative for these. Wonderful. Fulgrim. Fulgrim, you are able to, you probably, as you're being quiet and you're sneaking through all of this, you realize you probably also hear the sword dragging across the stone. And that's when you probably look over, see Jean Petite who's dragging the sword across the stone, and then you also see these creatures, and then they start to, and you notice they snap their head up and start making their way towards you. Ahead of you is a large brained creature with a beak and large tentacles that dangle underneath, and it starts to then float towards and inspect the area. You are first, Fulgrim.
I am gonna move towards the creature and try and basically get behind it and stab it in the back,
Okay.
or the back of the where
Well,
the
it does-
tentacles meet the skull.
Okay, make me a stealth with disadvantage.
DM, you said only one creature, yes?
21.
You see one creature.
Okay.
21. How far is your movement?
I have no idea. Oh, 25 feet.
And did you roll disadvantage?
Oh no, I have disadvantage.
You have disadvantage because this thing's alert and looking at you. It's right here.
Okay. 23.
So a 21 was your disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how far is your movement?
25 feet.
25. So each one of these squares is
get-
5 feet.
Yeah, so 5,
5,
10,
10,
15.
15,
I can get one square in front of it.
All right. And that torch doesn't exist. That's just your dark vision.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I'll turn it off.
And then I
Okay.
should try to stab it.
And I will make it so people can actually see
After
what's
I rage,
happening.
of course. I rage as I run up to it and shank it.
Okay.
21.
21 hits. Wait, I don't even know if 21 hits. I didn't even look. I'm sure it does. It does.
12 damage.
12 damage.
And then, so I'm confused about how the sneak attack works, because I thought once per turn I can deal an extra damage. Damage to one creature you hit with an attack with a finesse or ranged weapon if you have advantage on the attack roll. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy has been... Okay, so
You don't have
can't do it?
advantage. You don't have advantage because if I give you advantage for whatever reason, whether you're up high or if you're hiding behind something, you could have advantage and get that extra bonus.
Gotcha.
Or you
Okay.
could have advantage when someone is also next to you or within 5 feet of you, and there is no one next to you or within 5 feet of you.
Okay. So then
Right.
I just shank it.
Okay, then you shank it.
And for this round, the spirits swarm it, and
Yeah.
it has...
So I think as you rage, you scream, and as you scream into your like anger and your rage, I think you all see this. It's almost like cold air is escaping your lungs in like on a frosty mountain or something. But as you do, there are small faces of old ancestral dwarves that also are being breathed into the dark air, and then they start to wisp and guide your strikes while you're in rage. So go ahead, and you did 12 damage.
Yes, and it has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against me, and then if it
Sweet.
attacks anything other than me, that creature has resistance.
Great. Sick. Okay. So it takes that much damage, and it is now... Do you have anything else you can do on your turn?
No sense.
Guldruk, it is your turn. You heard your friend Fulgrim scream into the darkness and then charge forward. And when I say charge, I mean... I think you snuck first, and then you scream attacked.
Mhm.
Which is very hard. How, like, sneak it... Wow. I just realized how broken the sneak attack mechanic is, plus a rage mechanic,
Well,
because you're not
when you
sneaking
rage, you
anymore.
don't have to make a sound technically,
Right, that's true. But
which is odd.
it is. So you
Just
see...
fuming, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So you see Fulgrim charge up forward, very quiet-like, and then you hear a strike, and then also a dwarvish scream of anger, not necessarily pain, but anger beyond these pile of bones. It is now your turn, and you haven't
so
seen
I'm-
what this creature is yet.
I'm gonna move up so I can see him.
Mm-hmm. And you can
And
find a place where, yep, you have line of sight there, which is
Got a
super
line of
cool
sight
that
there.
we can use this. Yep.
And I'm going to dive both my hands down by my side and collect them up in front of me, slamming them together to give a much more ardent toll of the dead to
Ooh.
ring the bell.
Toll dead, toll furious. Okay.
Yeah, and that's just a savings throw from you.
Right, it is. Okay, and it is a
Wisdom
wisdom.
saving. Yeah, wisdom.
Natural 1.
Beautiful.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That is beautiful.
So here comes the damage.
I'm gonna give this thing a torch so you can see it.
Holy
Wow.
Nice.
17.
Okay, so this time,
Whoa, that thing's cool looking.
yeah. So this time, you hold your hand up, and how does it? Does it just you hold your hand up and you just ring it? Like how does this?
I bring
successful
both
attack
my
look?
hands together and clap them, but instead of it sounding like a hand clapping, you hear the bell toll towards the direction of the target.
Boom. Oh, sweet. Okay, and you did 17.
17.
Math amount. Okay. You see this thing roils in pain, much like Lord. And it is now... anything else you can do on your turn?
That's it.
Okay, Maya.
Oh, and then hold on. It takes. Hold on. Oh no, never mind. No, yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. And it is your turn, Meyer.
Okay. I step behind Jean Petite. I reach into my component pouch and I pull out a chip of mica
Okay.
and I infuse it with magic until it glows a dull blue. I then flick it into the air towards the target.
Before you do, I just want to let you know this. You stepped forward, and the same with you, Jean Petite, I didn't realize. You stepped forward, and as Jean Petite, this may change some things. As you stepped forward and stopped your stealth, there is a creature that does see you, and it is another one of these creatures, and it does see you right there in that alcove. So, you can change your. I should have revealed this earlier. So you can change your path or your steps here, Vin. But there is a creature right there. I didn't see it before.
I see. Well, it's not a person, so I can't hold it. So I will...
Would I have seen it
You would have seen it.
before moving? Okay.
Where were you before?
I was like here, so not before moving.
Yeah, you would have
I
seen
would
it.
have...
I would have seen it. Okay.
You would have seen it.
Then
Or I
would...
would have been looking at a concept.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I will step here. And then, again, I will reach into my component pouch, pull out a chip of mica, infuse it, and flick it towards the contact that Fulgrim is currently fighting. As it hits the ground, it makes a noise, psst, and a 10-foot radius cone of shockwave, like thunder damage, emanates around it, just out of range of Fulgrim, so he doesn't get hurt.
And I've cast Shatter
Ooh, okay.
at level 2. So Shatter shatters everything in the 10-foot radius. If it's not magical, it gets destroyed, and it does some damage. One sec. It
That's nice,
does.
man.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's sweet. Anything that's in a 10-foot radius?
Yes, a 10-foot radius that I can draw behind, in front of Fulgrim, so he doesn't get hurt by it. And if it's non-magical, it can get destroyed at your discretion.
Okay.
Um,
So this entire
All right.
pile gets desecrated. I'm not going to do that right now.
all right, and Shatter.
Yes, I am. Sorry, what did you say? 10? Anything in 10 feet?
Yeah, so each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point. So the point is behind the creature, so it doesn't
Got it.
affect.
Cool.
So it's just, yeah.
Cool. All right.
So a creature. You must make a Constitution saving throw for it. It's hard.
Sick. I'm going to give it... I'm going to give it disadvantage because this is sweet. It's probably not going to matter, but... And I'll tell you why. Okay, so I got a 7 because that 18 doesn't count because I gave it disadvantage. Okay, so as you go ahead and you throw the mica and it's like a pretty much like an arcane grenade, The bones, the pile of bones that it was just on, and like maybe the bones or something that it was, maybe this one was napping, and I think the one over there was munching on bones. This one was napping. It was resting on a pile of these bones. You throw this arcane grenade, the Shatter Micah, into the pile. It dances around and lands on an eye socket of one of these skulls, and the entire pile blows up like this like calcium shrapnel behind the this creature as it takes and that's what's going to imply that disadvantage. So go ahead and give me your damage.
3d8 damage, 18 points of thunder damage.
Nice. 18 points of thunder or 13 points?
18 points
18
of thunder
points.
damage.
Wow. Okay. So this thing, it falls to the ground for a moment, not prone, but as it's like, because it's flying and hovering, it looks like a moment of weakness as it bounces onto the ground, and then it stands back up, or at least goes back into floating, and it's got across its side and its back, and some inside of its brain, there are just shards of bone sticking out of it. And it is now, Jean, your turn, unless you have anything else to do. Vin, anything else? Meyer?
Nothing.
I was like,
Who's that
Vin?
guy?
Come
Yeah.
on, Vin. speak to friggin'
Taking
no.
so long.
All right, it is your turn. Granny, you're up, buddy. Jean Petite.
Okay. Is he in the square right in front, or diagonally right to me, or can I move into that square?
You can move into that square for freezies if you want.
Okay. So Jean will, after realizing his mistake, will turn toward the beast here and look at his sword and just shake his head and be like, okay, well, let's see what you can do, I guess. And he will attempt to attack with a much lesser bonus. Okay.
All right. Well, with an extra
critical
20,
is
that's
a good
good.
way to start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
+1 sword, by the way.
Okay.
But also, it really likes you.
Does +1 add to attack and damage, or just attack?
I think.
Attack and
It's
damage.
both,
Yeah.
I think I asked you questions.
So 6 and.
I'm supposed to tell the story. I don't need to know the rules.
That's true. That's true.
But the
So
player's
double
handbook
damage
is
is 6 + 7.
All right.
13.
How much? How many teens?
13.
13.
Yeah. And then he will attempt to attack it another time.
Okay.
The sword is definitely like he's not used to it, and the weight of it is
Yeah.
kind of throwing him off as he's.
But you were able to crit with it. Oh, that's your first try.
Yeah. Well, the second time is like.
Yeah. It's probably too heavy, and you
only
go
a
to.
7.
Yeah, it throws you way off balance. You're used to two hands. You do have two hands with this, but I guess just the balance of it all. It's a thicker blade, so it's just more forward as you go to swipe up, like you usually do with your katana, and you were able to strike true. But then, as you weren't able to stop the momentum as it keeps, I think, carrying you back, and it takes you a moment or the rest of your round, or the rest of your attack to just kind of get your balance again. You kind of find your footing. And that's your turn, unless you have anything else, bonus actions or anything.
Nope, that's it.
Okay. And now it's their turn. So we're going to start over here with you, because that's where the camera is. The Grell, that is. With Jean Petite. And the nothing. Nothing at all. The creature is going to... It is going to then try. You swiped up with it, knocking this hovering, brain into the air a bit more as you strike. And as it comes down, it's going to open up its tentacles, Jean Petite, and try to attack you with them. the tentacles do have these hairy barbs in the bottom of it, and it's, you see they flare up like a squidward when they go to attack or eat something. It's going to do that sort of thing onto you as it falls. It's going to try to use its tentacles and use the advantage of gravity to try to envelop you. With that, these tentacles are going to make an attack, and I should definitely clean up these. 15, does that hit you?
It does not hit.
Okay.
Jean will try and duck lower to get out of the way of its beak.
Okay. I missed. Yeah. So this thing is gonna come down on you, and you it's gonna come down like a parachute or a blanket of tentacles. So you step out of the way as it misses you completely, probably still reeling with pain, but you are able to. No, it does have a multi-attack. Yeah, so now as it does that, it's going to land next to you, and then it's going to try to peck you or try to rake you with its long, pointed, predatorial beak. The 19.
Okay, and this is where I will use my reaction to parry the attack.
Ooh.
I roll a d8.
Okay.
And I add actually, it almost worked out well. 2 plus my dexterity bonus, which is 5. So 7 is added to my AC for this attack. So that is a 25.
Sweet.
AC.
So this thing goes to as it lands next to you and then sees the opportunity to bite you. You, I think, are able to catch the blade of your new longsword into its mouth and catch it. As it tries to then, its tongue, its like bird-like tongue and its hooked beak are super close to just scooping your face, but it is right there, and you were able to hold it off. Nice. Okay.
I will look back at Vin and be like, if you wanted to help over here, I guess it would be okay as well.
I turn and go, right.
And now we're going to swap over towards the other creature fighting Fulgrim. Fulgrim, it's the same sort of thing is going to happen to you. It's going to have it's going to open up its tentacles, and it's going to try to envelop you or come over to you like a blanket of tentacles. And then we'll see what happens if anything does. I threw my dice and I don't know where it went. 23.
Frack. Yeah.
Okay, so that hits you. I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw. As this thing lands on top of you, tangling its tentacles on top of you, the barbs start to find purchase on your exposed skin.
Ooh.
With a con save of 23. Okay. Cool. But I need you to...
What?
And now I need you to make a strength save.
But the DM really wants to kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm reading it, I'm like, right now? It does this right now? But it does. With a 3.
Ooh.
Okay, so you are able to, the barbs start to find purchase on your skin, but you're able to brush them off before anything happens. But the strength of these tentacles are very strong and they're constricting you. You are grappled. And it did hit you, so I have to roll damage. Haven't done that yet. And with this whole attack, you take a full 8 damage. Can I put this on you? I can.
Ow.
Nice. All right, so it is grappled on you right now, like just on top of you, this creature, and it gets another attack because it does 2. Eight, so that misses. Yeah, so it envelops you, and then it tries to peck you, and I think it probably bangs off of your pauldron. But that is its turn, and that is the Grell's turns. Back to the top of the order. The camera then pans down to underneath the tentacles of this creature. Fulgrim, it's your turn. This thing is, you are encased in...
I'm gonna stab right up in the middle of that sumbitch.
Okay.
In the middle of all them tentacles.
Yeah, that's fair. And I'll allow it.
Hope so.
That looks like a hit.
Correct.
What was the total? 24. Yeah, that hits.
24.
Yeah.
Ugh. I rolled against my character by accident. 5 damage.
All right, 5. So yeah, you go and you thrust upward, and you hear as it reels in pain. I also need you to make another strength save on your turn to see if you can break the grapple. And you do. So I think with this attack, it pushes off and starts to float again. It's floating above you. It's not grappling you, but it is above you at this moment. It's going to be above you, floating, and that's going to be its turn, or in your turn, unless you have anything else. Excuse me.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, and now we're going to move on over to Guldruk. It is your turn. You are over here hiding behind these pillars. And you just clapped your hands, and a death knoll or a death bell. Go on.
A step forward, and I'm going, seeing that it's attacked him, and it's tried to envelop him. I'm gonna hit it with sapping sting, in order to try and get it to fall prone.
Ooh. Okay.
And that'll be a Constitution savings throw.
Okay. Let me see. Con save. Roll a 3.
Ooh.
Nope, not good enough.
Really? Okay.
So that's 5 damage, and so I reel my one hand back, and that green glow starts to envelop the hand as I thrust it forward, and I wing the creature, and spins around in the air, and then falls to the ground.
A slight tweak to that. As you wing the creature, you actually wing its brain. A chunk of its brain splatters across the wall behind it, and it falls in the shattered pile of bones that it was once resting on, now in its final resting place. You just killed this creature. Nice. Okay. So you are alone on your own over here, Raven. There is no creature over here anymore. But you do that. You push this thing off as it spins in the air. A green putrid mote flies through the air, and a chunk of its brain splatters and evaporates against, or vaporizes as it splatters against the wall. It spins a little bit and falls into the shattered bone pile, right over here. Okay, and now that was your turn. Do you have anything else, Steel, that you can do?
No, that's it. That's all I do.
Great turn. Okay, sweet. And Meyer, it is your turn. Vin's turn.
I've got your back, I say to John Petite, and I bring out both my hands in front of me. And as I do, the chip on the gem on my head glows, and the
chip.
Water seems to emanate from my hands into a giant globe of water in front of my hands. And then it starts to bubble, and then a jet just fires at the creature, and I've cast a fire bolt at the creature.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll the attack.
Sweet.
15.
15 hits. 15 hits, I think. I mean, don't check. 15 hits.
Okay. And rolling damage. Why did that not do the thing on the thing? Click again. There we go. Ah, 4 points of damage.
4 points,
fire
not bad.
damage.
Still damage. Nice. Sweet.
It could have been 20.
It could have been 20.
I really hate how the game bad banners me. I chucked the dice, they hit each other in midair, then flew off screen, and then gave me that.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, they're somewhere. Hopefully rolling well. Yeah, exactly. Okay, anything else?
I keep hitting my own token.
Anything else? Vin.
Nothing, no.
Okay.
There's nothing else to do.
All right. Petite.
Okay, and there's a very thank you so much for helping me, and I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can do this again. And I will raise my sword again and try and do another swing at this thing.
Okay.
I'll actually even sidestep to the left here to be like, "Hey, maybe if you have a better look at him, that would help you."
Yeah.
Slide to the left. 2 hops this time.
Thank
Oh
you.
my god.
What are you talking to, it or me?
Okay, and that was a little bit low on that one. I'm just a little bit off balance.
Yep. You catch yourself and you go to swipe under, and you swipe right underneath it. It lifts up its tentacles and dodges the attack.
Okay,
So you say
sword,
this
if you
happens to you frequently in dungeons, huh?
No. I mean, yes, okay, yes, maybe. And you'll go for another attack.
Right.
Okay, I swear, guys. I swear I'll do better.
And I've nerfed the fighter. Okay, great.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect. Okay, and that misses. Again, you try to like, maybe I'll do it again, and you swing around, and the same attack, it reads it and lifts up its tentacles and right underneath.
Yeah, I imagine he's doing lots of like spinning around, trying to use the momentum of
Yeah.
the sword to try and do something.
You're used to being like a very graceful
Whirlwind bar.
fighter, but only I
Yeah.
think with the proficiency and the finesse of the katana. So now
Yeah, exactly.
now you've got a heavy, like a forward or a forward heavy sword, and you're just
Yeah.
the weight is way off, and you're not really dancing. You're just spinning around trying to get any hit. And it
The Grand Waterdeep Ballet Company might be able to use your services after this.
Yeah, let's make some money.
so good. And then that was you. And back to it's them now because I forgot. Okay, now it's this guy is gonna go. Oh, right, he's the only one that's alive. And he's gonna do the same sort of thing. He's gonna go reel up, and as it lifts up its tentacles, and you've missed that second time, with that lifting up the tentacles, it's gonna try to drop them down onto you one more time, with an amount that I'm rolling right now, 14.
It
Probably
does
doesn't
not
hit you.
hit.
Okay. And then as it lands next to you, it's then going to strike out with its beak once again, trying to find a place for it to latch on. 15,
It does not hit.
and it misses as it lands. I'm going to say it lands here, still next to you, but then it goes to bite you and misses. It is the top of the round. Fulgrim, your turn. You are over here.
I can move there, and that's about it.
You can
Oh, wait.
double your move if you want.
I have an idea. I'm gonna throw my dagger.
Okay. And don't hit Jumpity. But also, if
Is
you
that a
do,
thing?
I won't hate it. Yeah, you critically miss.
Oh well, yeah. Yeah.
The 1 out of 20 chance, you know?
Yeah, of course it's a
Like this
thing. All right, 23 hits.
23.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Hits. You were aiming for Jean-Petit?
yeah, right in the back of his head. 7 damage.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, a dagger sails forward out of nowhere. Vin and Jean-Petit, as you see a blade now sticks into the side of the one of the tentacles actually of this creature. It reels in pain. And that is your turn. Anything else? You moved and attacked. Can you do anything else? I think you could dash. You're a rogue, right? Can you dash?
Oh yeah.
Can you dash
Oh,
at
yeah.
one?
Yeah, I can.
Nice. Yeah, you can dash
How
and
far
move
can
the
I
rest if
dash?
you wanted. Your movement. As a bonus action, you can dash. Sweet. So yeah, you can get right up in there. Cool. Whoops. Okay, and next is Steel. You're up, buddy.
Question real quick.
turning.
No. Yes. What is it?
Sorry, Steel. With the thing that I have, because it's the first attack on my round
Uh-huh.
that does the spirits, does it
Uh-huh.
work when I do a ranged attack?
Is it
Or is it just melee?
spirits to help you, or is it spirits to help your attack, or spirits to help your defense? I thought it was your defense.
When you first hit, when you raging, the first creature you hit with an attack on your turn has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against me.
It would be
When
any
the target,
attack then.
and then so if it
Any
hits
attack.
anybody else,
Mhm.
they have resistance.
Yeah. Okay. So you throw
So I
this.
guess it does work. Yeah.
Yeah, you throw this dagger, and I think maybe with like a as your breath comes out, as you expend some breath while throwing the dagger, I think a little bit of the spectral breath that you have starts to envelop and encase and distract the creature. Your turn, Steel.
Cool.
All right, I'm going to turn my attention to the remaining creature that is now have the full 3/4 of the party's attention, with Jean Poutine dancing underneath it. And I'm going to bring my hands together and again clap Toll of the Dead towards it.
Okay.
And that's a Constitution savings throw from you.
Yes. Con save.
It is such a good spell.
What level is it?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, level 5.
It's a cantrip.
And it's damaged. It's really, really rough.
It's a cantrip. That's sick. All right. Oh yeah, if it's damaged, it does more, right?
Yeah, that's why I keep using it.
Yeah, that's sweet. Okay. I failed. I got a 5.
That's 13.
So once again, another clap happens, and what?
Oh.
Hell yeah! All right. Hell yeah. Okay, and you did how much damage?
13.
13. Sweet. Math. Cool. All right. You start to see everybody near it who was watching. It starts to the vibrations and the dissonant ringing of a bell that's echoing through the halls. You're starting to get used to it, everyone, but it still is a little uncomfortable. But the creature does start to it starts to reel, and the brain starts to quiver and shake as it starts to try to shake off the discomfort that these vibrations are giving it. But it is now Meyer's turn. Vin, what do you do?
I will repeat what I did before and form a globule of water and fire a jet of steam at the creature with fireball.
Okay. Hell yeah. Firebolt?
Or firebolt. Firebolt.
Yeah, okay.
17.
17 hits.
Okay. I gotta click on it twice to... Sometimes it doesn't send into D&D Beyond, into the game. There we go. Eight points of fire damage.
Nice. All right, the water splashes. It screams as the bubbling, boiling water splashes and steams on its beak and brain. There are no eyes to this creature. It is a brain with a beak and tentacles, and it screams in pain as the water splashes onto it. It is Jean Petite, and I'm gonna get more and more French every time.
Please don't let me look bad in front of these people. I mutter as I go for another attack.
Making me look bad.
Okay. And another kind of off balance swing around with a 9. Don't worry, I'm just winding up. And go for my second attack.
With another miss. Yeah, so you go through, and then actually I think with the momentum it picks up your same attack, but you this time, instead of stopping and then redirecting the attack, you use the full spin as if you were gaining momentum, and you were able to hit it this time. So like
Nice.
a full spinning top.
Here we go. For 4 points of damage.
Yeah. Okay. One of the tentacles flies off, and it screams.
Did you all see that?
Yes, 5th time's the
Yeah.
job.
That's
Right.
right.
That's right. And it is its turn.
I'm surprised you hit it.
As the tentacle falls off, it's going to go and try to attack. Yeah, I think it's going to go after Jean Petite because it sees you as the weakest fighter, which is hilarious.
Of course.
This will
Well,
be
exactly
easy.
It has
I wanted to-
disadvantage.
And it has disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah, that's true. It does. Well, one's a 7, one's a 21. So that's 7 misses.
All right.
And it has a second attack. Also disadvantage. Nice, nice, nice. Good, cool. Things are happening. 20.
And
Yep.
remember,
Yep, it's still
John,
disadvantage.
you are at resistant.
23. So it does.
Okay.
So it does hit you with the beak attack, and you are
Okay.
resistant if it does hit
And
Yep.
hold
towards
on.
to bludgeoning, piercing.
I've got
It just says damage, resistance to the damage dealt by the attack. It doesn't specify.
Wow. Okay, and then you've got other bullshit.
yes, I have one more
Sounds
superiority die left, so I'm going to use parry as the last die to do
Sweet.
the D8 plus 5.
Sweet. To add to your,
So 13 plus my AC, so that is 31.
yeah. Okay, so it goes to attack you
Okay.
and misses. Actually, I don't think it misses. It hits you, but I
Yeah.
think you, but it hits the blade. I think you were too quick. It was probably going to go
Right.
after your leg. You lift up your leg and then replace where your leg was standing with the blade, with this new, this foreign blade you just picked up, and it just starts to gnaw on the blade for a moment. And I think you were able to, very much like, very easily step out of its attack range. Sweet.
And I'll say it was all purely accidental as well, as I'm spinning around and like just so happens
Okay, yeah.
to hit the blade at that point. And as soon as I realize what's happened, I'll look at everyone and be like, I totally meant to do that.
Sweet. Perfect. And then it's going to be top of the round. Fulgrim, you're up. And you're now in base to base
Alrighty.
with this.
Stabby McStab.
Okay.
26.
26 hits. I'm going to clear the dice because they're all over the place. Yep, 26.
5
Ooh,
damage.
with a 5 damage.
Oh, and a D6 for backstab damage, or for a sneak attack because he's
Mhm.
right next.
You have advantage, which means you have sneak attack. That is ridiculous. With a 6.
6.
Okay, how do you want to kill this creature?
Just like an uppercut with the rapier right underneath the middle of it, right between all the tentacles.
Okay, yeah. This thing goes to attack. It misses with its enveloping tentacles, and then it goes to bite at Jean Petite. He replaces the bite, or replaces where his foot was, with the sword. It starts to gnaw on the sword, and you are able to find a time to then just thrust the blade through the brain of this creature as it. And that's combat. That's it. Nice. And now this thing is just on your blade.
Ah, well
I'll extend
done.
it out to Jean. You want to pull that off?
Pull what off?
Can you get it off my blade,
You want me to pull this thing off your blade?
please?
Oh, hold on. There's something over here. I need to go look at. So sorry.
Wow, rude. Just step on it and yeah.
Yeah, you're able
It's all
to.
clear. You guys keep doing whatever you're doing. I'll keep watch.
Now that the combat is over, the gem on my forehead glows, and my eyes start glowing with blue magic as I cast Detect Magic to look around this room to see if anything is glowing with magic.
What a great choice. Let's see what happens. There is nothing in the room that you notice. There is nothing in the room that is you're sensing that is magical.
There is nothing in this room of magical significance.
Wow.
Can I investigate the remains that have been used to make these beehives of this creature to see if I can figure out what what races or species these that belong to these bones?
Of course you can. Go ahead and make a medicine or investigation. It's up to you.
I'll do the investigation. 23.
Most of these bones are humanoid. There are some skulls. How much was it?
23.
23. Some of the skulls you notice have fangs, large canines as well, that seem to be goblinoid. There are also some that are more recognizable to be humanoid in the fact that they could be humans, they could be elves, and anything of the like. But the ones that you could notice pretty quickly are the ones that have the sharper teeth, and you would think that they are goblinoid. And goblinoid also being potentially the same. There are a couple larger skulls too that could match the one that you caved in earlier. But it is there seems to be a smattering of a whole bunch of different types of humanoid. There are the occasional goblinoid.
No. Upon closer inspection of the remains, it seems to be feasting on anything it can get its hands on. Many goblin-type creatures, a lot of fangs, big skull like that thing that we cracked open earlier. Maybe they were using them to, I don't know, incubate their young, but doesn't seem to be feasting on one particular thing more than another.
My only question is... Sorry, go on.
No, I just staring whatever's happening down there. Don't worry, I will keep on looking down this hallway.
Well, if the sign said that death is the opposite direction, I wonder what lies in wait. Unless this is Death's holiday home.
Can I look at the body of that calamari we just killed?
Of course you can. Large brain, beach ball size. Large beak, size of maybe a football or a small figurine. And it seems to be the 2 to 3 foot long tentacles as it hovered around. When you noticed it was hovering around 6 feet off of the ground. But as you could make me what are you trying to discern from the body?
I just want to see if there's any correlation between the thing we saw in the skull and these things.
Go ahead and make an investigation.
13.
Can I help?
You can help. Yep. So you have advantage.
Can roll again.
Yeah. So Vin goes over and I think probably notices and starts to.
I have no idea what's going on here.
Okay.
They don't look all that similar.
There's also There's also large beaks in the pile of bones as well. You hold them up to match the beaks or to compare them with the ones of these creatures, and they look to be different. These ones have a two-tone, sort of blending a gradient of bone or ivory into a black. These seem to be all black. And when you, I think with your 23, you start to try to deduce or discern where these, whether they're claws or whether they're beaks. And you start to notice that these beaks, these new beaks, or the beaks that were left or in the molding, or these in the molding of these calcified pillars and nests. There seems to be pairs of 4.
I think that whole parasite incubation thing might be what we're dealing with. 4 legs. We have 4 little beaks around here. They look very similar. We should be very, very careful about what we come across. Last thing we need is to have one of these things take up residence in our brain.
Very well.
It's a good idea.
If this is some sort of nest, we cannot be too careful. I am going to pull a chip of mica and throw it into the center of this pillar.
Okay.
And this should be enough range to hit every single one of these pillars with shatter.
Okay. So I assume you tell everyone to stand back?
Stand back. This could get a bit deathy.
Okay. You throw a bit over your shoulder or over towards the pile. And I'm not going to delete every little thing here, but you do...
Go on, DM.
What do you mean by deathy?
And like as you're walking away, I picture as you're walking down the hall, and a huge
Cool sorcerers don't look at explosions.
exactly, and just the shrapnel of ivory and bone behind you as you make your way towards this alcove. Maybe even Jean Petite is running out of it and diving like it's the Terminator, and like a cloud of dust, smoke, calcified spit, or whatever these creatures were using. It starts to then fill the room. A dust layer starts to settle. A clouded room is now before you, and there is chips still rattling as they find a new home on the ground, as you're all now in this alcove.
We can't be too careful. Just in case that was a nest of sorts.
Oh, no, I agree. Smart move.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I've eliminated you from the list of people who have those things in their brains, and that leaves one person left. And he looks over at Fulgrim.
Fulgrim looks back. I mean, you're the most inefficient thus far, so
Okay,
seems like
let's
perhaps
continue
you've been
on.
changed. Oh, right, yeah, that's what I thought.
The most inefficient. Your carbon footprint, Jean Petite, has just been control.
That's right. While we're walking down the hallway too, he's gonna be trying to talk to the sword, like just muttering to himself, being like, "Hey, what are you doing?
Make an Arcana
Are
check.
you there? Okay, I will.
Okay, I'm glad you
Okay, fine.
will. All right. Jeez.
And this should be good with a -1.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. You probably hang back and start to talk to the blade, and you do notice that in the rusted or the aged metal that there is an image talking back to you, but it's at the same time you're talking and it's your reflection.
Okay.
Out of curiosity,
Uh-huh.
can I use my stone cunning
Okay.
to just see how old this place is?
Of course you can.
Because I can, I guess, roll intelligence history.
Yeah, you all notice
Or-
as you're stopped. Like you all notice as you're walking. Fulgrim stops and starts to just brush their hand across the wall of this creature. This spoilers. Just kidding. Of this dungeon, and then go ahead and make me a is it probably a history, unless it's a.
Yeah, it says make a history check, but I'm considered proficient.
Okay.
So I'm not sure.
So add your proficiency bonus to your history.
I don't know what that is.
So that's on your
Oh,
character sheet?
3. Got it. So instead of a -1, it's a 3.
Nice. Well, instead of a -1, it'll be +3. So it'll be
+3.
It'll be +2.
Yeah. 7.
Okay. With a 7, I'm gonna give you advantage.
Okay.
Because of reasons.
18.
Okay.
20, actually. It would be a 20 because plus 3. Right.
Plus
21.
2. It'd be plus 2 because you had a -1.
Right. Yeah.
Plus your 3, so it'd be
yeah.
plus 2. Okay, so yeah, you and what did you want to discern about these? The halls?
Just the origin of the stonework and kind of like how old it is and stuff like that.
Yeah, the origin of the stonework is dwarvish. There are the way that everything kind of sort of flows together with a lot of the beveling. There's not many right angles. The right angles that you would see usually are cut off in more of a hexagonal shape, which indicates a dwarven hall. The way that the gutter system works down here and the venting system works as well is like there are torches. Some are lit throughout this place, but there's no smoke that gathers in this place because it's a well ventilated dungeon or cavern, meaning whoever built this place has been proficient in keeping it ventilated, who knows what they're doing, which also gives you a hint about where its origin has come from. And as far as how old it's been, centuries, generations after generation.
Typical
But you
dwarven
probably knew
build.
that. Yeah, you probably knew that, considering it was your birthright to visit here.
So, just so everyone knows, this place is clearly the fact that there's no smoke gathering, well ventilated.
We're losing your audio a
Very,
little bit, but they are
you're
relaying
cutting out.
all that information. There's no smoke gathering, and it's a well ventilated area, and it could be dwarves, and it's centuries old. But and once again, centuries old is what I think people already knew going into and knowing about the area. So up here, there is up ahead. I will go ahead and reveal. There's no hotkey to reveal. So I will do that. 1 second. While I find camera angle that best suits us. None of them. Okay, that's cool. Up ahead there is a junction. The hallway starts to lead to a slight turn as it makes its way around around this corridor. Let me double check and see what's going on here because I didn't do any prep because I was doing production. Yep. So it veers to your left. There is a door hooked around that corner, around that left side, and then it also continues forward down the passage, probably another 50 or so feet.
Shall I open the door again?
Yeah, that worked great, yeah.
Okay. I step as far away from the door as possible. And then I cast an Aqueous Mage Hand towards it again.
Okay. Once again, you all see that this door open the same way it did before. The mage hand ripples through reality and opens the door just by touching it. You also notice a large room, I believe. I think.
I suggest we go stealth. Well, I see Fulgrim employ a stealthy pose, and so I try the same thing.
Okay.
I got a 20 for my stealth there.
Yeah, that easy.
I've never been one for stealth myself, but let's give it a go.
I trip on my rope. With a 3.
I trip on his robe.
Okay. Trip on his robe. Damn it. There are 3 plinths standing in this room. Upon the plinths, there are 3 different statues depicting male Waterdavian nobles, clad in decorative plate armor. There is a broken staff on the ground, but it is in the pile of bones of an old goblin.
Hey, Jean, there's something you could pick up over there.
No, my hands are already full at the moment, guys. If someone else wants to do it, go ahead.
I cast detect magic over my eyes once more. Do I see anything out of the ordinary?
You do. I need everybody to make a perception with advantage.
An 8.
8.
Okay. Advantage? That was with advantage?
Oh,
Yeah, that was
yes.
with advantage.
18
That was
with
not
advantage.
with advantage with me. One more time. Perception. A 7. That's higher
Wow.
than 8, yes?
Oh, wow. There are... One
I
second.
got a 15 on my first roll and a 17 for the second. So
And I got an
17.
18.
Okay,
Oh.
there are a band of humanoids in here. They all look to... some have flowing black hair, some are wearing leather, some are also wearing nobles' clothes. As you make your way in, some of you notice them immediately, others who rolled lower. Takes a little bit for you to sort of see them, but they all sort of make their way around some of these statues that you all sort of focused on. Oh, there's these wonderful statues, and behind them come these people. One of them comes up to you and goes, I see you're making your way down into Under Mountain. At what cost? Do you
20
speak?
gold.
What did you say, 20 gold?
20 gold. That was our cost.
20 gold. Okay, well, 20 gold. We'll take it. 20 gold each.
It's more,
Wait, what?
20 gold each. That's the cost that you said you just proposed. Isn't that right?
No, that's
Yeah,
what
you
we had
asked-
to pay to come down here was 20 gold.
Oh, well, if you'd like to advance further on our wing, it'll be another 20.
We do not want any trouble.
Looking at them, could I tell if they posed much of a challenge?
Make a survival?
This is going to go well, isn't it? 13.
With a quick head count, you do realize that you are outnumbered.
I must warn you, compatriots, I am rather spent.
You kind of look at each other. The one that was talking to you smiles. And as he does, I need you all to make another perception. And all these dice everywhere.
Ooh, 7.
14?
2.
Thank you.
God we have Fulgrim.
Thank you,
I gotta
someone.
get my door real quick.
Okay, do it. I will wait. The suspense is killing me.
Hopefully not
I tell you what. I look at the one who's speaking.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
Yes.
I have something that is worth more than the collective amount of gold of which you wish.
And what's that?
Well, I'll make you a deal.
I like
If
deals.
you are able to move this glorious object, I will let you keep it. But if you can't, then we get to pass for free.
Just have to move it. Make a persuasion.
$22.
Okay. Let's see what they have. This would be against my... Okay. They talk it over. Hold on. And they go, what's the object?
What is the object?
Yes.
It is an ancient talisman that brings the bearer great power and wealth, but only if they are able to move it. Otherwise, it is useless. And there are many of you here. I'm sure you could come up with some way of moving it. But if you can't, we pass for free.
We're all in on this.
Can each take a swing at it. Look at all your odds that you have before you.
So you want us to move that, and then you walk free. And if we can't. But if we can, we could
If you
keep it.
can, you'd be able to sell it for far more than the money that you would get from each of us. However, if you can't move it, not only do you not get it, but we pass for free.
Raven, now that you're back, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
You, with your high perception, you notice that, hold on. You want to know what else you notice? You notice that I had the camera not even on this for the longest time. Okay. Sorry, here's the room, everyone. Teehee. Oopsie. How embarrassing. Jeez, how embarrassing. Okay, so you notice that when they smiled, or at least one of them, the first one who was talking to you, smiled, he had fangs. And then that's when you notice and you start to look at the other friends who then respond with another giggle or another laugh, and he also has fangs. And then you start to deduce that all of these people have fangs. But that was during this conversation where Steel or Guldruk mentions, I'll give you, you let us pass for free if you can move this rod. If you can't move it, if you can move it, you can keep it. If you can't, we can pass for free.
Fulgrim remembers this game.
Yep. And then they started to talk it over, and they do come to an agreement that they will. All right, let's do it.
All right, very well. I will place this beautiful ornate rod, and I pull it out of my pocket, and it's about like 1.5 feet long. And I hold it up in the air, and in the sly way of which I know, I graze my thumb across the back of it as then leave it suspended in midair. And I back off and I say, very well, there is the rod. You may each give it a go. Try to move it.
Make a sleight of hand check. Right, that's a thing in this edition.
Yeah, sleight of hand is the thing. Shit.
Okay.
2.
So you're able to, I think you wanted to gracefully slide it across, but you're able to, at the moment, it's a little bit more conspicuous, as instead of just grazing your thumb on it, it doesn't quite catch. And then You make another couple other twirls with it, trying to then find the latch that should be on the side here. And I think and he's like, come on, what are you doing? And it's just you trying to find different ways to hopefully distract them by finding where the latch is. At some point you're able to just get the latch to work, and then you let go of it because you forcefully jerked the trigger, and it just stays in one spot. And they all kind of look at each other. And it's now, it's not in the place that you placed it. It's just sort of in front of you on an angle, just in a weird position. There.
There! Now it is your turn.
Right. And this one steps forward, grabs onto it. It's very... and you see he's starting to sweat, and he tries to pull all he can, and he can't. Someone else can move out of the way, and he tries it as well, and he starts to yank and pull, and as he does, he starts to bare his teeth, and I think that's when you all notice that he does have fangs. And then that's probably when throughout this whole next just events of them coming up and trying to pull this rod out of just space itself, you all notice that each of them do have... He has fangs. She has fangs. 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 And they all seem to have a paler skin that you're used to, but then again, they could have been dwelling down here all season. But they are trying.
I'm rather toothy. Would I know or surmise what these people are?
You do have teeth, correct, and your teeth are pointy. That is, make a pointy teeth check. Go ahead and make me a history or a intelligence. I'm trying to think of what.
History works fine for me.
Okay, history it is then.
I've slept in history class 13.
Okay. Not many humans or elves usually have fangs. But in history books, you do recall reading something about this and what they could be. I did read about this. It's familiar, but you can't quite remember what it is.
From my business dealings prior to getting roped in to this band of fellows, would I recognize their teeth from some species I had interacted with?
Make me a history. Or unless you have another skill that you want to.
I think history would be the best one for it, yeah.
Make me an acrobatics. Yeah, okay.
14.
14, sort of the same thing. You've probably seen this before, but regardless, they all, one by one, maybe 2 at a time, 3 at a time, try to yank this thing, and they can't. Some you start to step on it and move it. Some people try and climb on top of each other and stand on the piece, but they're slipping their footing because they're trying to step on a rod that is cockeyed in the middle of in the middle of space and reality itself, 4 feet off the ground, and they're trying to move it and break it, and it's just not budging. They finally at one point go, "This is magic." Obviously.
Oh no, it is just an heirloom. It's been handed down through kings and heroes from time before history. But you've not been able to move it.
What was that? Jump in.
If you want to see real magic, you could see the sword. If anyone maybe wants to take it from me, maybe?
Make persuasion.
Okay.
No, not the sword. It's so valuable and magical.
The
I
best sword
know, but
ever.
these gentlemen and ladies, they look like they
Make a
deserve
deception.
it. I'm unworthy.
Could I assist?
Yep, make a deception.
Okay.
Do I even?
Oh, no, yeah, deception.
Yes.
If you succeed with this deception, then you can get advantage on your roll, Greg.
15.
Okay. Yeah, so you can get advantage. Perfect. So yeah, it comes out just like that. Hey, you can, if you really want magic, take a look at this sword, and they all just sort of shrug you off, and they're still trying to pay attention to this this rod.
Can they see me with the 20 stealth that I rolled?
Let me see. How
He's
many
a
are there?
rogue.
There are 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is a perception.
He's a rogue, hiding in front of the torchlight.
For the door.
He's
He's
a
a rogue.
very stealthy rogue.
You can't see me. Yeah,
A rogue
there is a
nonetheless.
world where I may delete the torches in the dungeon, just so it's like that much more dark. But we'll see, because they're not actually in the text. But we'll see. What
Oh,
happens.
okay.
But I don't really care. So they have a passive of 10, and I think they're distracted. Do you have a 20? I don't think so. I was going to roll for each of them, but I don't think that fucking matters. No, they don't see it. And
So is a deal? You've not been able to move it. People have been standing
Yeah.
on it. You're sweating.
I think like a better part of an hour, 45 minutes goes by, and everybody like maybe in the party is just sort of getting bored, or maybe like, okay, like, and then they finally are like, they come together, and they talk it over, and they look at all of you, and they go, fine, you can pass. But
Oh.
I'm not falling for that again. Next time, it's 20 of your heads. So if you're going to pass
Well.
through here, make it the last.
Not
Very
a
well.
problem. You honored your deal, and we shall honor ours. And I go to grab the torch or the rod and place
Okay.
it back in my pocket.
And they all sort of back away and start to just eye you all as you sort of peruse through. Like, go on. And they start to like gesture you through the wing, like awkwardly watching you, like going to a like a local, I don't know, like a local shop, and then them not trusting you and following you around the shop because they're certain that you're gonna steal something. That's what
Can I-
they're doing here. They're just
Okay.
kind of like, and just awkwardly in your way all the time while you're perusing this wing or these halls. And then
Can
as
I
you start to
approach
make your
the
way,
leader?
you can. And as you start to make your way into different alcoves and things, people will step in the way and try to, could I help you? Are you supposed to pass through? And they're trying to guide you out of the wing. But yeah, you can speak to the leader, of course.
I say, listen, friend, I want no bad blood between us. I have some questions and coin if you have answers.
Am I going?
Are you willing?
I'm willing. Does it have anything to
How
do with
long?
swindling us again?
No, not at all.
Fine.
How long have you been down here for?
Why does that matter?
I'm curious. We are here on an adventure. We seek. I don't know what they seek, but I seek the Mad Mage.
The Mad Mage. The Mad Mage! Oh, yes, well, no, he's not. Nobody sees the Mad Mage. It's. No, I don't think it exists. I think it's just a ghost.
Where would he be if he did exist?
I think it's just a ghost story. I don't know. We've only stay here. This is our little spot.
Just on this floor. Just
Well,
in
this
this
wing,
room.
we've claimed ours, right? And they're all like, yeah. We don't need to move anywhere else. Have you been, there's other things around here, the goblins, the bugbears. We don't meddle with them. We keep them out of our wing. They stay out of theirs.
That is fair. Very well. That is all I have at this moment.
And I give him 10 gold.
thank you.
Thank you, friend.
And I follow
Yes.
the rest of my friends.
And
By the way, wasn't there someone we were also looking for? Maybe these people have seen?
Oh, yes. We were looking for one Siamet Tim.
Thim.
He was a man of the cloth, brown clothes. It seems they've been sending people for them. Perhaps maybe you might know anything about these people.
I
I've
forget
seen
the name
people of the
my
cloth
brother
come
did.
by. They don't usually pay. They turn and walk out. One of them did, but didn't get their name.
What do they look like?
Bald, young kid, shaved head.
That more or less is the description of the person we're looking for. In which direction did he go?
West?
Just points down back, like advanced more into the hall. Everyone else
Okay.
went that way. We've only been here for a couple months, to be honest.
Very well.
So I relay that information to my party.
Okay.
So
Maybe we should head northward then.
while all this talking's been happening,
Mhm.
Fulgrim's been just sneaking around trying to see what's in all the little alcoves, basically.
Okay.
Is there anything I've seen thus far?
Will make me a stealth check for every alcove, and then we will see. Okay. So you make your way into this No, you don't. Make your way into this alcove. And it winds a little bit. There's not much here. There's some, it looks like it's been lived in. There are some bedrolls kind of on the floor. There are some old tankards maybe. And what are you doing? And there are old tankards maybe, and things like that as you make your way through here. And there is a, there are two other doors that are down this hall here.
That was one of the alcoves they did not want us going through, right?
Yeah. And then where are you going
You're
next?
on your own, buddy.
This one over here?
Which one?
Opposite side.
Oh, yeah, I thought that's where you came from. Okay. Yeah, you head into that room, or that alcove. Is that blocked off for you?
No, but I don't know. I can't.
Okay.
I don't know what's at the end of
Yeah, okay. Let me see here.
5 floating pizzas.
My God, the Holy Grail.
This is great. 5 floating pizzas.
The Papa John's Pentagon. Once thought lost.
Yeah, it looks like on this side of the wall there is, I think. Am I looking at this correct? Hold, please. Yeah. There are piles of ceramic stone laid up, almost plastered against the side of the wall. Or against the wall, the farthest wall here.
Okay.
You go to inspect it some more. And it looks like it's a door. There are hinges and pulleys that can slide the door. But the ceramic plates are settled there in a way that looks like they could break if opened.
So I'm thinking it's probably a door that opens from the other side, and that's to let people know when they come in that someone came from that direction. That's my thought. And then I will go, I guess, I don't know if there's any other alcoves. No, I think that's just the stairs at the back.
Okay. Well, there is a door, but you'd have to open the door for that. But
Right, yeah.
yeah. Okay. And that, yeah, they mentioned to you, Vin, that it's been a couple months.
I see. Well, thank you for your information. We shall proceed.
Fine. And they all sort of like, to their chagrin, let you through.
Hey, I gave them 10 good gold coins.
Okay.
My buddy.
That's true. They do like you. They like you.
They won't bite me in the neck, yes.
Yep. What do you mean?
What? You know, it's a figure of speech. It's banditry. I got bit in the neck. I lost 10 gold to the bandits.
Nice. Okay, and then you make your way off in this direction. What is even over here?
Looks like a alcove to the west.
Yeah, I have to see what you all see because I see a different screen. Yeah, okay, so it's very easy to see, but there is a very well used door. It looks like it was a secret passage, but it's used a lot, so the scarring and the scratches on the door still are formed all on this wall right here. And then there's an alcove right here that leads into a new room.
Okay.
I believe there might be another entrance behind these, this wall.
Yeah, it's obvious. There's like these scratch marks that you could just see that the casters have been eroded away over the years to just let this door open.
Should we try opening it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, I can use my mage hand again.
You go to use your mage
It's
hand.
been working so far.
You go to use your mage hand, and the door is too heavy for the mage hand to use.
This one might require some strength.
All right.
With ease, you put your hands against the door, and the casters give way, and the door opens. And I think that is where we will end today, as the doors open up, and we'll see what's on the other side next time. But it flew by today, and Tailspire worked for the most part for us today, very well, I think. Sorry that we were we started a bit late, everybody, but wanted to make sure that we had production to work and working well, and I think it did. I had a lot of fun. And it
Had a blast.
Yeah, it worked well for me on my end too, which was nice. I'm starting to get the hang of it all and everything like that. But yeah, thank you everybody for being here. Thanks for hanging out and watching Ruins of the Mad Mage. Yeah, so we're gonna. Is anyone who's still streaming after this?
It's 2 a.m. here, so
I'm going to bed.
Okay.
Take a long rest.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go raid Raven because Raven's gonna be continuing the stream. But thank you everybody for stopping by, and I'll see you all next week. I'm gonna put both of the episodes up on YouTube this weekend, and we'll start to see what happens next time in Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Thanks everybody.
Heck
you.
yeah. Thank you.
so much, Smith.
Thank you.
That was fun.
So good.
Hell yeah.
Great use of the shatter too, by the way.